Hello, my good people. My name is Karen, and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this channel, we talk about faith-based content. We also talk about, life. Touch a little bit about lifestyle, the experiences I've had in life, and what I've learned over the years. So, today I want to talk about something that is a bit difficult. You know, just like the name suggests, I want to talk about my journey, being homeless, you know, and how God protected me and, blessed me after being homeless like twice. So I realized that most people on YouTube, they just talk about the glam, but nobody talks about the gloom, you know. Nobody shows the dark side. Everybody wants to show, the peaches and the roses. And I want to show the real life, to talk about the tough things, the difficult topics, the things most people don't want to talk about, don't want to, associate themselves with because they want to be seen in a particular light. But I feel like a story is not complete without the full picture. And I just want to tell all my stories, the good, the bad, the ugly, even the most difficult ones that I would very much prefer not to. But I want to talk about them because I want someone out there to know they are seen, they are heard, and they're not alone. And it will get better someday. So, during my time in uni, at some point I became homeless. Because the school fees plus upkeep money, it was just too much. And I had school fees, but I didn't have like a place to stay. And that was very, very hard. I moved around. I'll say I'm grateful to God because that's what I'm saying. God protected me because I never slept on the streets, not even once. I just kept moving from one friend to another, I would sleep at this friend's place today, then tomorrow, tomorrow to another friend's place. Partly because I didn't want to burden anyone. Also, the people who were hosting me, it's not like they were doing that well. I didn't want to be, a burden. So I kept my clothes with one of my friends. So I would go to her place, pick one or two clothes that I'm going to wear, maybe, the next day, do my laundry there, wash my clothes, and then be on the road. And every day it would be a struggle because sunset would come and I didn't know where I was going to sleep that night. And it was very, very hard. You go throughout the day, and just when it's about to clock to 4 p.m., realize now it's about to get to night time, you start, just shivering, you're worried because I don't know where I'm going to sleep. Today, and it's very difficult to go to someone and tell them I need a place to sleep. It was very hard for so many reasons, and mostly because I would walk around with, like damp clothes. Because if you take a shower in someone's place, you can't leave your clothes because you're not staying there. You just sleep there for the night, then tomorrow figure out something else. So I would walk around with some wet clothes in my handbag. And I cannot wish that even on my worst enemy. I wouldn't want anyone to go through that. But either way, I'm grateful because I never slept on the street. Somehow God came through, And Also, I didn't tell anyone as far as family is concerned. I just soldiered through it. That was the first time. So how I got out of that, it was that during that time that I got into research. Maybe I should mention that I am, a researcher by profession, and I got my first gig. I got my first project. Going to the field, conducting interviews, and getting it was. I was getting paid next to nothing, but we would get a stipend every day fare, and when you manage the fare well, so when you get paid at the end of the like at the end of the month or at the end of the week, sometimes it would be at the end of every 2 weeks, then you get paid. That money would enable you to rent maybe a single room somewhere, and so that's how I first got a place to stay. I was able to rent a small house that I used to pay 2,500 per month. That was the first time now I was able to get out of being homeless. So I stayed there for a while. I kept doing those projects on and off, because you would have a project for like a month or a few weeks, then there's no project again, you have to figure things out. So I kept doing that for a while until things dried up. There was no more projects, and I was jobless for a while. At the same time I was also going to school, so it was just so tough. And after a while, I wasn't able to, because I would have taken like data entry jobs. I would every once in a while I started working with other firms, with other research firms, and I would get short projects. And sometimes you'd be lucky, you'd get a project that pays you enough money to cover your rent for like 3 months. Then you'd figure things out from there, And so after that, when jobs dried up completely, things were really, really tough. It just kept spiraling and spiraling, and I wasn't able to pay my rent anymore. So I became homeless again. And this time, I stayed with a friend for a while. Then I stayed with another friend for a while. And that was, if you go back to my videos, there's a video I did about the power of the 3 prayers and how I discovered what 3 prayers does to you and to your faith. It was just now during the second time when I was homeless the second time. It's when now I started my journey with God, my journey of faith, of getting to know God, reading the Word, getting to pray, establishing a personal relationship with God. That was the point my life turned around as a Christian. And because when I was staying with one of my friends, it's when I'm going to link that video down below, the video that I talked about the power of the 3 prayers. And during that time when I was at a friend's place is when I watched a lady talking about the power of the 3 prayers. And that's when I decided to, just make a 180 turn as far as my spirituality is concerned, as far as my spiritual life. And I started praying at 3 a.m. And my life started changing slowly. It's from that I got a job again as a researcher. I started doing projects again, getting projects on and off, but somehow I was able to pay my rent continuously, because now I moved out. I got my own place now again, and after that I was hired permanently, not permanently, like contract basis, but now I wasn't doing projects on and off. I was at work throughout. And anyway, fast forward is how I ended up where I am today. You need to go back and watch that video. I talk more about that journey, of my spiritual journey, and how I got to where I am. In the video that I'm going to link that video in the description box. So please go back and watch that before you watch this one. You'll have a little more context about what I'm talking about. And so when I got the job, and I got myself a new place. And yes, I still go through hardships, but I am not homeless anymore. God came through for me. And I prayed, I told God, I don't want to ever be homeless again. I don't want to ever go through this again, because when you don't have a safety net, you don't have a place to go at the end of the day to go and sleep, lay your head. First of all, it's humiliating. Second, it's embarrassing. Third, it's vulnerable, because especially for a girl, it's a little bit different I'm not saying it's okay or it's better for a man. I'm saying that. I'm saying for a woman, the risk of being homeless are much more, You just don't know what's going to happen to you. Someone can take advantage of a situation because, evil people are just all over. And it was such a difficult time. But somehow God saw me through that. I never slept on the streets. Not even once. And for the fact that I had people who are willing to accommodate me, even if it's just for one night, that in itself is a blessing. God looks out for you in the toughest of times. God will give you a cloud to cover you during the day from the scorching sun, and He'll give you a moon to light your path at night, to direct you and to walk with you, because our God is so faithful. He is so faithful. Even when things are tough, He walks with you. He holds your hand even when it feels like He is not. I have seen what God can do when you trust Him. I've seen what God can accomplish in your life when you choose to hold on to Him, do the right thing, trust Him, and believe in His word. Because you just cannot be a Christian by word of mouth. You have to do the work. You have to do the work. You have to pray. You have to read the word. You have to everyday purpose to live on the right path. And yes, you're going to fail because you're a human being. The Bible says we have all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. We all have. But what makes us different is you purpose to do the right thing every day, to wake up and be better. Every day purpose to be better. Be better than you are yesterday. You failed yesterday, don't fail today. Today purpose to do better than you did yesterday. That's what makes the difference. So I just want to encourage someone, if you're going through a tough time, turn to God. If you haven't turned to God, turn to God. And if you have turned to God, continue trusting Him. Continue holding on. Continue praying. Pray without ceasing. Continue reading the word. And do what you can on your part. So that, because I said, faith without works, it's dead. So you do your part, then you leave the rest to God. Do all that you can do. Do everything that you are able to do in your power. And then you leave the rest to God. There's a saying that says, sometimes when you have done all you can do, and you have tried all that you can try, all you can do is stand and wait for God's voice. So do all you can, try all you can, then you leave the rest to God. That's all you can do. Believe in His promises, because He never breaks His promises. Trust that He will fulfill what He said He will fulfill. Have faith and hold on. Hold on. Even when it's tough, hold on. I promise you it's going to work out. Things are going to work out. It does not even feel like it. And I know, because I've been there, I know how it feels like to have someone tell you things are going to work out and you just can't see the possibility of that happening. Yet, believe me, I know that story all too well. I have lived that story. And sometimes I still live it, But it does work out. God is there. He's hearing you. He's watching over you. He can hear your cries. He can see your tears. He can see your broken hearts. He can see your despair. and things are going to work out. I promise you they're going to work out. It feels like they will not, but they will. Things are going to get better. You just have to keep holding on, keep praying, keep pushing and pushing. Purpose every day to wake up and be better than you were yesterday. And one day you'll wake up and look back and like, wait, I'm not where I used to be. And things, they just progress so gradually that sometimes you fail to notice. But one day you're just going to wake up and look behind you, look back and realize, I have taken steps ahead. I am not where I used to be. I may not be where I want to be, but I'm not where I used to be. Anyway, that's all I have for today. I just wanted to encourage someone and to tell you that I'm in this with you. So comment down below, tell me your story, share with me your testimony, share with me your journey. What are you going through that right now? What is it that is making you feel like God is not on your side? Let's pray together, and also share, the story that you have gone through and overcome. Share your testimonies, the good news. Comment down below, and subscribe, guys. Subscribe. There's a new channel. Let's grow it. Let's grow together and reach more people. Like, share, invite people to come and join, and subscribe and be part of the family, and hit the notification bell. Don't forget that, so that every time there is a new upload, you'll be the first one to be notified. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in. Until next time, take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time. Bye.